Agenda on SABC News. I'm Simpiwe Ngone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm joined by Fortune Madlala and Nicolene Dutoy on Sun Language. Well, we'll take you across the country as calm returns to parts where sporadic incidents of violence broke out and as well as cleanup operations commenced. It was actually so heartwarming to see some community members and motorists who pulled over on the side of the road to help out with the mop-up operations. Sadly, some incidents of continued looting still persist in KZN. We'll also focus on Section 27, the South African Depression and Anxiety Group, and as well as the Life Esidimeni Family Committee, which will be briefing the media about the judicial inquest into the deaths during the Life Esidimeni tragedy. The State Capture Commission also resumes this morning, and we'll definitely be taking you there as well. The agenda starts right now. As mentioned, the Soweto community has embarked on a cleanup operation following protests and looting there. Our reporter Chriselda Lewis is on the ground to give us the latest update on this. Chriselda, a very good morning to you. Where in Soweto are you and what's happening there?
Well, Simpiwe, I am in Soweto at the Jabulani Mall, where scores of residents from this area have showed up here to clean the Jabulani Mall, which has been one of the areas that has been affected by massive looting and violence. Absolutely nothing left at this mall. And this morning, scores of residents, you can see here behind me, have showed up. They're here with brooms, with mops, as well as pails as well, to try and assist in the cleanup campaign. Everything, of course, has been destroyed. Shops, clothes taken inside, ATMs. A number of people that I spoke to a bit earlier on this morning indicating that it's going to be a massive inconvenience over the next couple of days, where if you want to transact, for example, you're going to have to drive to another area or try to find a place where the ATMs have not been affected. If you want to buy something, I also understand that some of the areas where there are some of the shops that were not destroyed in the days of looting and violence, there are starting to form long queues. A bit later on, I'm going to go to a garage which is not too far from me. The garage which services this particular area has also been completely destroyed. So you have situations where garages where people want to fuel up, those are not working as well. We've already heard of some of the filling stations as well who are running out of petrol because the supply simply isn't there. So these residents waiting at this particular stage to try and get it. Perhaps I can speak to some of them who want to come here and operate. There's a lady who's going to join me in just a second. She's also part of the cleanup operations here, and we'll speak to them. They say they also want to come and be part of the cleanup operation here. Let me see if I'm able to speak to one of them. Sisi, sawubona kunjani? Ngikhona, ngiyabona ukuthi ufolile nawe uzoklina la eJabulani Mall. Nizizwa njani njengomphakathi ukuthi after amalanga nje elokuthi bekuhlasela izinto lana, senilana manje nizoklina, senifuna ukubona ukuthi izinto ziphinde zibuyele lapho bezikhona?
Ngiphathe kabuhlungu le ndaba le eyenzakala la eJabulani Mall. Njengomphakathi wala eSoweto, nami ngithe ngivuke ekseni ngibone eTV bengimamela indaba, ngabona ukuthi khona abantu abazala bazoklina, ngathi ithi ngivuke nami ngize ngizoklina. Manje siyajikiswa bathi indawo le is a crime scene, mele i-investigate eqala, mele sibuyele emakhaya. So ngizwa ubuhlungu, but anyway ayikho into esizoyenza, kumele simamele njengoba besho.
Ngiyaqala ukuyizwa manje leyo mina sisi, because I understand what the lady is saying is that she's been told that they're going to be turned back because she was told that this is a crime scene. They need to investigate first. That's what this community is being told at the moment. A few moments ago, some of them were quite irate, indicating that they want to clean up this mall because they want to ensure that the sooner the shops start operating again, they'll be able to secure their employment again and put food on their tables as well. Perhaps I can bring you in, Sisi. I can see that you are quite. Can we bring in another member of the community, please, as well? Baba, siyabona nokuthi namadoda niphambi baphi labantu laba bebehlasela le mall le. Anibabonanga nina as members of the community? Bakuphi labantu? Anibazi?
No. Currently, we don't know those people because me, I'm not from around Jabulani Mall.
Yes.
I'm from Clan Mall. The thing that brought me here is that this is one of the shops that I work for.
Wow.
So now I'm not going to work because of the loitering that has been done. So I'm here to help the people of Jabulani Mall to get plastics and we try to clean so that tomorrow we can go back to work and provide for our families, because not working right now, it's going to be a big deal. So I'm here because I was supposed to go to work. Now I'm here to work for them and clean for them. Yes.
And that's certainly the sentiment that is being shared here at the moment, where these residents, there's quite a number of them, they've really come out in their numbers, saying that they want to make sure that, as early as tomorrow or maybe over the weekend, they are able to return to work. Take a look here. They've brought some of these brooms, mops, rakes, all of that to try and, assist. Here it is, plastics that are being brought as well. Some of them spending their own money to buy what's going to be used to clean up. Siswam, are you comfortable to speak to us at this stage? All right, let me speak to you as well. Siswam, you are also here carrying your rake in hand. How important is it for the community of Soweto to ensure that business is up and running again?
It's very important because if we look at the situation right now, it's going to take months before we enter our mall. This is our mall. That's why we wake up this morning, because yesterday we were here, again, and then we were listening to the Minister of Health, Balula. The Minister of Correctional Service was also here, and the Minister of Transport. They said we must come today and assist. We must come with our brooms and everything. Now today we are here. Then there's another story that they are telling us that now we can't enter the mall because there's an investigation going through. But I'm surprised because I was watching the news this morning before I came here at Deep Square. They've started. They've started. Why other malls? They have started. There's no investigation at other malls besides our mall. Why is only Jabalani Mall that they need to investigate? I'm asking, what about Fossil Rice? What about Deep Square? What's happening? So they need to tell us. When can we come back? Because I'm afraid that people, they can say, no, tomorrow we're not waking up. They're going to turn us back, and then what's going to happen? It's going to stay like this for weeks, for months, and then what? They need to be clear of what we need to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Simpiwe, I'm going to try and get an understanding about exactly what is going on. I'm going to try and track down perhaps someone who would be able to speak to us, to explain to us what is going on, because what this lady says is absolutely correct. Recall a bit earlier on Morning Live, we'd been crossing from the Dipkloof Square. It's already clean there, and that was a scene of complete violence. So I don't understand why the community is being turned back now. I'll just try to get an understanding, perhaps try and contact some of those in management here to try and find out why the operation is now being stopped, if at all it has indeed been stopped, because the community has come out in numbers to try and clean up, because at the end of the day, the more this stays closed, it's going to affect them. They're the ones who are going to have to travel to other places to go and get food, to transact, to use an ATM. So also asked one of the community members, who are the people who were looting? Did they see them? Were they part of this community? They say no, they don't know them. But what's important now is that the cleanup operation needs to get underway.
Yeah, Chriselda, I mean, it is absolutely bizarre that they have to be turned away, because we've seen cabinet ministers overseeing the cleanup operations in some instances. And as we've heard earlier on, some of the community members there says the Dipkloof Mall is being cleaned up, and as well as other centers have been cleaned up as well. So yeah, it'll be very of great help for us to get a sense of why this is the case. Thank you so much, Chriselda. I'll let you go for now. We'll be coming back to you in a little later on in the show.